In 1791, the German doctor Samuel Hahnemann translated an article on the use of Peruvian bark, from which quinine is obtained to cure malaria. He started experimenting, testing small doses of the bark on himself. He noticed that he developed palpitations, became drowsy, and that his fingers and feet became quite cold. He also noticed symptoms of anxiety, with chillness and trembling, a marked thirst, and intense weakness. When he repeated the dose, these symptoms recurred. When he stopped taking the drug, the symptoms vanished and he recovered. Hahnemann had produced in himself the symptoms of malaria, the very disease that Peruvian bark was meant to cure. Homeopathy was born, a method of using remedies which allows like to cure like. Homeopathic remedies are prepared by diluting a mother tincture in water to a certain potency, where it will create the necessary symptoms in the body to allow healing. The higher the dilution, the higher the potency of the remedy. Melbourne-based homeopath Anthony von Moger describes the principle like this. When you cut up an onion, you may experience runny eyes and a runny nose. A homeopath could treat those symptoms by creating a mother tincture from onion, which is then diluted to the required potency to reverse the symptoms being experienced. Of course, we usually put up with onion eyes, but for a person experiencing uncomfortable or distressing physical, mental or emotional symptoms, homeopathic remedies may not only relieve the symptoms, but also allow the natural healing process of the body's immune system to take place. Dr. Joseph von Moger, Anthony's father, migrated from Europe to Australia in 1949, already a medical doctor and a practicing homeopath. He established the Homeopathic Centre in Melbourne and practiced for a further 40 years. Anthony has held the practice for 16 years and is inspired on a daily basis by the healing homeopathic remedies can provide.
I take remedies myself each day. I can feel the effects on my health on a daily basis. I feel fantastic and would like others to feel that way too. My father had a great ability to feel where the patient was at and prescribe a suitable remedy. If you walked into a room and sat down in front of him, he could tell you so many things about yourself. You'd be gobsmacked. Homeopathy is all about really trying to feel what the patient is feeling, putting yourself in their shoes. I see patients for a very short time, but am able to sense the remedy they need and prepare it accordingly. The best part of my practice is seeing people recover from something they have been dealing with for a long time. I have a patient, for instance, currently, who has been dealing with glandular fever for 16 years and has improved greatly since she started homeopathic treatments 8 months ago. Another patient has suffered from migraines for over 30 years and is finding that their intensity is greatly reduced with homeopathic treatment. You get a symptom picture from the patient, you'll get 6 or 7 symptoms. And it happened the other day when I was treating a patient. He had these purple marks on his back. When anyone has purple marks, fear of God goes through you because you think immediately of a meningococcal situation. So I recommend this particular patient go to their doctor and go to a hospital. But the kid came back to me and I remember this rare remedy. I've never used it before in my time, but I was looking up the homeopathic materia medica and I was reading out these symptoms to the patient and it fitted them beautifully, including the purple marks on his back. You get the symptom picture, you get the patient, the two overlay beautifully and you get a wonderful fix and you know that that remedy will really help.